This morning I was reading an article in the Bangkok Post online, and I saw this picture, and it actually made me concerned about young people. People who have grown up surrounded by and immersed in the digital realm. Are young people's identities being, overtaken and consumed by the digital realm? Now, I've been writing a whole lot about geopolitical, technological, economic trends in Thailand and where things may be going in this adopted home of mine. And I write about that mostly on X. If you're interested in that and you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put a link to my X profile in the description if you want to look at it more. But I've recently been drawn to what's going on for the younger generation and how they're developing in this rapidly changing world that we live in today. I have a little bit of an advantage in that I grew up in the 60s and the 70s, and that was an equally tumultuous time of social, political, economic turmoil. So I know what it looks like. So I'm also fortunate in that I have a gaggle of young folks that I'm going to be meeting here in a couple of minutes that I could kind of hang around with, talk to, and call it research. Good to see you all.
Yeah, I know.
I like that.
I know.
Okay. For all of you, prudish folks criticizing me for hanging around with all the young girls, we're supervised. I have a chaperone. So part of the problem is that our DNA has not yet adapted to the digital realm. That takes a really long time, those evolutionary changes. So we have our attention being diverted to electronic stimulus that brings us away from our physical reality. These digital attention-seeking companies have learned how to manipulate our attention bigly. I like to take the whole crew out to dinner, I don't know, maybe twice a month. I let them pick the place. They pick nice places. Very pretty restaurant called the Royal Thai something or other restaurant. They wouldn't let us sit in here. This looks like a nicer place. I guess I'm not royal enough. All right, now I got to sit down and have a discussion with my official boss of young people here, Miss Ying. That's right. That photograph that I showed earlier in the video of the young person in a hoodie being absorbed into the digital realm came from a story in the Bangkok Post about a subject that I've been researching and writing about for several months now. And it's a big, long topic about geopolitical influences and where that's taking Thailand today. One of the second-order effects that emerged out of that story for me was the presence of very vigorous efforts on the part of social, political, economic influencers to promote AI and cryptocurrency and digital development here in the kingdom. And I was curious to know how that's affecting young people and talking to Ying and Kelly and Peking, the young people at the table with me, I found that they're very well informed on what's going on. There's been a law enforcement effort in the region, interdicting with scam centers in regional countries here, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, and the Philippines, and the kids knew all about that, and they knew to avoid it, which made me happy. To read the stories around it, you would think that that young people in the region are being victimized like crazy, and certainly that is happening to some of the poorer people in those countries that I just mentioned. But Thailand seems to be, a whole lot more aware and well educated about the dangers of the crypto scammer operations that are being taken down right now. So, I was glad to talk to them about that and learn that they were way more well-informed and not so addicted to digital stuff. As a matter of fact, they seem to be avoiding it more than, my generation and, millennials and Gen X's, who seem to be totally addicted to their phones these days. So it was a nice conversation, and I really enjoyed myself once again out with my girlfriend and her family. We've become quite close over the years, and it's a pleasant experience for an old guy to kind of take care of them a little bit, and it's a reciprocal affair. They take care of me as well.